Okay, so now we're gonna start back on the feet and we're gonna work on breaking away when somebody's grabbing wrists. It's a pretty easy technique if it's done properly. If this is done wrong, it actually hurts pretty bad, so pay attention to the little details on this. It's not about aggression here till we get these techniques down. I don't want anybody injuring their shoulders. So what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna have Seema grab hold of my wrist here. So it's the same side grab, okay? I'm in this position, and what I need to do is, she has 4 fingers here underneath, so I can't defeat those 4 fingers. I know there's a size difference, and I'll have her do these to me as well. I can't beat those, but she has 1 thumb on top. We also have blades here. Let me see my hand for a second. So we have this bone that runs along where our thumb is, and then one that runs along where the pinky is. I want to pull that blade out from her grip here. And as you can see, as I'm doing that, it's going right between her thumb and fingers. All right, but pulling doesn't do much. What I'm going to do instead is use where she's vulnerable by driving my elbow underneath her hand. So as this thumb comes up, I'm actually just bringing this elbow underneath, and it's a lot stronger. So if there's a size difference and you need to generate more leverage here, I'm just going to step into this to break this grip, and now I'm going to be free from that. We're going to go over what to do if we can't break it, but first let's cover this technique. So I'm actually going to hang on with a pretty strong grip here. Okay, if she just tries to lift, not much is going to happen there. Okay, by forcing the elbow underneath, it's going to bring the thumb closer to her shoulders, and she's able to pull that out of there. So I'm going to hang on a lot tighter, and you'll hear this kind of snap of my fingers, which is absolute evident that this is working flawlessly. Just going to go in. There we go. You hear my finger snap? I know it's working there. So now, if you've got somebody that is able to clamp down on this to where there's no way she can pull this out of here, she's going to do the same technique but make a fist with this. She makes a fist, and now she's going to grab it with the other hand, grab her own fist. Okay, now she's going to pull this hand over her right shoulder. So she's going to step back with her right leg and then rip it over. There we go. Again, you hear that snap of my fingers? It's because I'm squeezing as hard as I can. I'm going to try to crush. You might see some bruising here. She's going to grab hold, step back, and rip this out of there. And you hear my fingers making that noise every time. That is an absolute great technique that's going to work for anyone. This will also work 2 hands on 1. Okay, it's going to take more effort, but think about what's happening here. I have 8 fingers underneath. She can't defeat that. I have only 2 thumbs on top. So she's going to do the same exact thing. Make the fist, step in, step back, and rip out. And you can hear the skin snapping as she's doing this. So one more time, I grab hold tight here, makes a fist, grabs hold, steps, and rips. You heard a real snap there. That's as hard as I can hang on, and it's working flawlessly. The only other part to this is going to be cross grips. Not a whole lot changes. If she reaches across here, okay, I'm just bringing in this hand for a little bit of assistance. Because what happens, I'm a lot weaker on the outside, so when I try to do things like this, I'm using weaker muscles than she is. She's going in, I'm going out. So I'm going to bring in a second hand for assistance here, and I'm doing the same thing as before. And that's how I'm going to work out of that one. So again, I get a strong grip on her here. Okay, she's just going to hold my wrist so that it doesn't move as she does that first technique of driving underneath. Perfect. If they are an absolute monster hanging on, she's going to step in with that right foot and drive the elbow underneath my fist. She's going to grab hold, step in. That's it. You hear that snap of my fingers? It's working really well. And that's how we're going to break grips and then hopefully get the hell out of there.